Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. I will get the live stream started soon. Doing a quick couple technical things. Hello, hello. Welcome in, guys. Doing a quick upload real quick, and then we will have the stream on its way. Hello, hello, everyone. Okay. Let's see. Hello, Loop de Loop. Welcome to the channel. Hello, everyone. Okay, I will say, bear with me. I can't see that well in Fursuit, so I will be like squinting and looking at the screen and everything, so I will just warn you ahead of time. Because, my eyesight's not the greatest in suit. Oh. Oh, this can be interesting. That's a toughie. I'm not sure. Oh, Lord. Okay, I'll put this one closer. Let's get over here. Oh, I did not think this clear in suit. Oh, okay. There we go. Hello. Oh, wrong way. Oh, Lord. My eyesight's worse than I thought. Hello, everyone. Oh, Lord. There we go. That's a little better. little dingy ball here. Oh, I can't see. Oh, that's a lot louder than I wanted that to be. Oh, I can't see. Oh, hang on. I wonder. I thought this would be okay, but is it on a computer screen? Maybe not. Hello. It is indeed in My Hero Academia. Yeah, there's My Hero Academia. Yeah, I can't talk. I'm My Hero Academia. Yeah, go ahead. Feel free to ask questions. I'll be doing this for about an hour, so I'll be here. If I like stop and like stare at the screen, it's because I don't have the greatest vision in the suit, so I wear glasses. I actually haven't seen Demon Slayer. I've been meaning to watch it, but like all the clout kind of like, in a sense, sort of ruined it. Cause like I was like, oh, you should watch this. I had a friend that was like, oh, you should watch this, and it kind of ruined it for me. I haven't seen all the way through My Hero Academia. I like it because it was the first thing I watched, but it's pretty good for itself. I definitely think it could have been better. Yeah, that's definitely understandable. Oh, Tokyo Revengers. My fiance loves Tokyo Revengers. I've never seen it, but he says it's really good and he loves it. You guys are feel free to ask questions if you would like. Oh, oh, hang on. Sorry about that. My microphone got knocked over. uh, oh, and I can't get my seat pop back on. Uh, I don't really have a favorite sport. I don't really pay attention to sports. Honestly, I kind of hate sports because of my job. The sports make it a lot worse. Um, if I was to pick one, maybe NASCAR, if that counts. And also, thank you. I am indeed a kitty. I actually am in full suit except for my feet because I didn't see the point of having my feet paws on. And that's kind of cheating, but you can't see them, so. My favorite color is blue. If like it's well, kind of like blue, but it's also like seafoam green. So kind of like the color of his tongue, kind of close. I do indeed like NASCAR. Hello. I do play some games online. It depends on the genre. Um, I occasionally play Overwatch. Actually, I do live stream here. I'm not in suit because I can't play games and at a suit at the same time. But I do am live on here sometimes, playing games. So it depends. I'll play Overwatch occasionally and a couple other games online. Mainly I play Switch games, but yeah, I do. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Like I said, bear with me. I can't see. Soda. I would have to say lately it's been Code Red Mountain Dew. Oddly enough, it changes from time to time. Originally, it was root beer, like any kind of root beer except for like one brand. But right now, it's Code Red right now. I do like games. I often play. I'm often playing like NASCAR or not NASCAR. I read that comment, so it distracted me. I often play like Animal Crossing, Sims 4, Mario Kart, stuff like that sometimes. Let me see. Oh yeah, as you can see, I leaned to the screen trying to read because I'm like, oh my god, I can't read the screen. uh, well, actually, when I was watching NASCAR a lot, my two favorites were William Byron. That was one of them, number 24. And then before he screwed up, um, what was his name? Kyle Larson. That was the other one I watched before he screwed up, but then I didn't pay attention to him after he screwed up anymore. So the one before him, when I was actually keeping up with it, was William Byron for NASCAR. I have not seen Hell of a Boss, honestly. I've like seen like people cosplay as it, but I haven't actually seen the show itself, so I can't really give an opinion. I mean, it looks cool, I suppose, from the cosplay. Oh lord. My bell is a bell. I'm holding on to it so that I can lean forward and it doesn't fall the microphone, which is what my paw is sitting on. I did not know he is a champion. I did not know that. I have not, like I said, I haven't been keeping an eye on it lately. I watched it a couple years ago, but I've kind of like backed off because I've been busy. I did not know that. Um, what got me into being a furry was there was this it was on TikTok. It was a couple years ago. There was this pink like suit. I think her name was Kenji. I think that's her name. Anyways, her suit. I saw hers and I was like, oh, that's cute. I like it. And I was like, I don't know what those are. You know, that sort of thing. And then I kind of watched her and a couple others, and I was like, oh, I really like the furry fandom. Like, you know, I like anthropomorphic characters and stuff like that. And so that's what got me into being a furry. And then eventually I made a persona, and then I wanted a suit and all that. And then, you know, that's how Spiral came to be. Oh god. I. Oh lord. There is something. Okay. There we go. There was something in my eye, and I don't know what happened, but okay. Back to reading the chat. I mean, it's possible that we were animals in our past lives, that we like them. I mean, besides, like, I actually quite enjoy animals aside from like being a furry. Like, I have rats and guinea pigs and a gecko and all that, so I think I could have possibly been an animal in a past life because of my animal loving things. I just read that as Therians. Oops. Thank you. Can't read that one. Also, nice OC. Never done one of these live streams before. I usually just do my VTuber. Those are a lot easier because I could just, you know. um, yeah. Well, the thing with that is that time zones are kind of a thing. Like they're like I usually stream at night sometimes, and I have a subscriber who comes in that's from Australia, and it's like it'll be like 4 in the morning for me, and it'll be like 6 or 7 in the afternoon for them. I'm like, wow, the time zones, man. So I'm not super upset that there's not a lot of people here. I just kind of wanted to do the live stream because I've never done one in suit. I've seen a lot of other fursuiters do it. A lot of them do it on TikTok, but there's been a lot of issues with fursuiters doing TikTok straight live streams. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And plus, I've built a community on YouTube, so I'm gonna do one on YouTube. So yeah. Oh, cat's moving again. I'm not sure what Wings of Fire is, so I couldn't tell you whether I like it or not. Okay, I do like My Hero Academia. It's not one of my favorite animes. I actually have a ton more animes that I like more than My Hero Academia. It's just a really popular anime and a good place to have a poster at. Actually, you can't see it, but there is a up there. There is a Nekopara wall scroll because it's one of my favorite animes, and I absolutely love Nekopara. I actually have some figures on the table off to the side that you can't see. See, opinions on Cerberus. I haven't seen a whole lot of Cerberus suits, but I think they're really cool. I can't imagine trying to wear one of those suit heads though, because just one alone on its own is kind of like it's fun, but at the same time, I couldn't imagine having extra foam on either sides of my head. Like, I already have foam on my head as it is. Imagine just two more. Like, they're cool though. I do like them. I do play VR occasionally. I have a VR headset and sometimes I play VR chat. However, I can't always play it because I get motion sickness, so I can play it at like 30-minute intervals, sadly enough. So I don't usually play VR for that reason. I do enjoy Beat Saber though. I can play that for hours and be just fine, but VR chat, can't do for more than 30 minutes. I commissioned my maker last year around, I want to say like August, and then she actually started making him back in March, I think. Yeah, right around March. So, or like before March, so he came in about March, April time. So I got him about that time. I actually made his bodysuit like a couple months ago myself. So head, paws, both sets of paws, and tail are made by Scarlet Wings Fursuit, and then I made his bodysuit. Oh, I also see that now. Okay, so my suit is made by, aside from the bodysuit, my suit is made by Scarlet Wings Fursuits. She is super amazing. I absolutely adore her, and she's one of the best fursuit makers I've had a pleasure to chat with. I absolutely adore her. Like, all of us in her fursuit fam love her. She's so sweet. Like, she's too good for us. Definitely, someone should fix time zones. So far for FurCons, I've only been to one. I'm planning to go to TFF in March because it is state local. I will be there hopefully. I've already bought my ticket, so that is the next con I will be to. It's my second FurCon, but my third convention if I end up going. Yes, I love Nekopara. I also like Helpful Fox's Senko-san. It is amazing. I love it. That is awesome. I wonder how that's gonna be. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the head pat. uh, Thank you. uh, um, they're pretty chill, actually. A lot less. They're like a typical like con. One of the biggest things is like pay attention to the itinerary and whenever things are going on, like panels and like the dealership and all that. I will say when it comes to actual fursuiters, if you don't already know, just respect their boundaries, like ask for hugs and stuff like that. Basically just have fun is basically all it is. I went to a smaller one. I went to Stratosphere back in June because it was my first FurCon, and it was so much fun. Like, it was local. Like, it was like a 30-minute drive for me. Uh, I enjoyed it. So basically, just kind of like keeping like it depends on the size of the con you go to. Like, if you go to a smaller one, it's gonna be a little bit different. If you go to a bigger one, it's gonna take a little bit more. So like, basically, pay attention to itineraries if you want to go to the panels and stuff, and like the dealers and all that, and just basically be respectful, and you should have fun. Favorite song? I would have to say, probably. Oh, that's tough. Um, hmm. Either Ghost Beach by Hollywood Undead or Dynamite by BTS. That's two different completely spectrums there, but you're not late. You're good. I'll be doing this for maybe an hour to an hour and a half because it's like really hot here, but I'm not gonna take off my suit head because I prefer to be anonymous. Bye. Thank you for stopping by. That's awesome that you made sure to ask. Sounds like it was a fun time. Um, I've seen furries through life because I've been to a FurCon. It was my first FurCon, and it was so like it's kind of intimidated at first, but since I've been there, I'm like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. I missed. Time to eat the fan. That's better. Hi. Okay, so I have been to an anime con. I've been to Anime Matsuri. Um, the biggest difference between the two is that fur cons are more geared towards for furries, and so you're gonna see more furry stuff and less anime related. And anime cons are both more geared towards anime, so you're gonna see less furry and um more anime. However, I had a suit I made myself that I wore, and a lot of people actually liked it. So anime weebs do like furries too. I got lots of pictures that day when I did it. This is before I got spiral, and so the biggest thing is that it was more geared towards anime and less furries, so you saw a lot of more anime stuff. But basically, the conventions a little bit ran the same. This one was a little bit different because it had a huge, basically, dealers in, and I mean, it had lots. Like, you were walking for hours before you found a table you were looking for. Like, you'd walk to one table and then another table and then another table, and you're like, oh, there's so many tables. It was an all-day thing. Oh, oh, there we go. Sorry, it's hot. Oh, Lord. More people. Yeah, I saw Loon Brat Suitor at Anime Matsuri last year. I didn't go this year. I went last year, and there was a Loon Brat Suitor, and I was so jealous. I was like, oh, I love Loon Brat, but they're so expensive. Like, way more expensive than any suit I've ever. Well, not any suit, but one of the more expensive fursuit makers. Just struggling here. Ah, this is a fan. It's safe. I bought it off of Etsy. It's a little warm in here, so I didn't want to take off my suit. So I'm just like, we're just gonna, play the find the mouth before I finally stick the fan in. I've always done it like this. I don't even know what time it is, honestly. Oh, that was not my intention. Actually, I will be. Oh Lord. I will be going to Renfest this Sunday. So it's not technically furry or anime related, but I will be there. Oh, so good to take the tongue out. Oh. I'm trying to think. Where have I? But I did take photos at a local park. I don't think that counts, and I didn't have a great experience. With this suit, not to a public event. When I wore my suit that I'd previously made, I had worn it to Anime Matsuri, and it was pretty accepted. But other than that, I haven't done any public outings. I've been kind of afraid to because of the area I live in. This Sunday will be my first public outing that doesn't involve a FurCon, but like it's a Renaissance fair, and so um, they should be pretty accepted. All I know is that's gonna be a long day. Oh, glad you could stop by. Yeah, I know how work feels. That's why today's live stream was today and not yesterday or any other day because I'm off today. I won't be at Anthro any purely because the only cons I'm going to next year are my states locally, unfortunately. But hopefully the next year I'm hoping to go to AnthroCon. For a young fur, any tips? Definitely, depending on what you're making, I suggest definitely taking your time and like really doing some research. Don't rush it. Just take your time. Like, you definitely want to take your time. Like, you want it to look nice and everything. So I would suggest definitely take your time. You're welcome. I was trying to read that out of the way so I could read, and then almost dropped it. That would have been bad. I am actually Texas-based, believe it or not. So wearing a full suit isn't always what's the word for it? It's not always great. I'm surprised I've made it this far. Oh, Lord. Feel free to ask any more questions if you would like. I'll answer. Oh, Lord. So much for that. Actually, unless you count Anime Matsuri, not really. I've never suited outside of a fur con. Um, because of the area I live in, it's kind of intimidating for me to do so. Like, I went to a local park, like in my area, just to take some fursuit photos, and I attracted a bunch of high schoolers and middle schoolers, and I was afraid that they were going to hurt me, so I didn't stay around for very long. I took my photos, and that's it. And after that, I was like, okay, we're not coming back here again. So yeah, I haven't really, I haven't really suited outside of a fur con because it kind of makes me nervous, and the last thing I want is to be attacked. Thank you. I only have really my mom, and the rest of my family doesn't know because I don't really care to tell them. And my suit kind of just showed up at my door one day. My mom kind of goes like, "What's that?" And I just go, "A fursuit." She goes, "Okay." She doesn't like. I'm an adult, so she doesn't really question my purchasing. She finds it a little strange, I would suppose, because it's like a big old fur thing. But I think she's okay with it. Like she hasn't really expressed otherwise. So yeah. At first, with my fiance, at first he was kind of like, "Oh, you're a furry," and like he'd only heard like the bad things about the furry fandom, and so like it was kind of one of those things. And then I kind of showed him what we really were, and he's all right with this. And I think he's actually already made his own persona too. So, yeah. um, yeah, it's definitely a nervous thing. I got lucky. And in my Syria, yeah, I went last year. I didn't go this year, and apparently this year was the year to go, but with the timing and everything, it just wasn't going to work out. But yeah, I went to Anime Matsuri last year in a suit I had made myself, not this one. Me, it was personally for my own safety because I was afraid that they were going to tear my suit or attack me or something. And I don't have the greatest self-defense, and my eyesight's not great in suit, so I didn't want to take that chance. And especially with how much I spent on my suit and everything that I've gotten for it extra, I didn't want to take the chance of somebody ruining it and then having to send it back to my maker to refurb it because I didn't take care of it properly. So that's my opinion on it, anyways. I commissioned my suit. He is made, well, I should specify, his head, like both set of paws and tail were made by Scarlet Wing's fursuit, and I made his bodysuit. So, bodysuit's by me, so it's not as great as quality, because I was kind of like, I was kind of learning as I went, so that's why I say take your time if you're making a suit. Yeah, he's made by Scarlet Wing's fursuit, except for the bodysuit. Yeah, I mean, considering some of the bad parts of our fandom, it's kind of understandable why it does happen. I do. It's actually somewhere in my closet. I'm actually going to go dig for it, but yeah, I still have it. It's in my closet somewhere. Scarlet Wings Fursuit made my suit. Hang on. I'm gonna take my paws off real quick so I can type it in chat, so that way you can see who made my suit. I did make a video on this. Yeah, you'll see human hand paws just for the moment. Okay, okay, there we go. I think I typed it. I think so. Yeah, you're gonna see human hands for just temporary, just so that I can, like, it's really hot. But yeah, I typed it in chat. That is the one who made my head. Paws, I don't have on at the moment. Feet, paws, and tail. She made my suit. She's a really amazing maker. She unfortunately doesn't work with minors. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. Okay. Okay, there it is. That's bothering me. Ah! There it is. There we go. Okay. Okay. Ah! I see it. Ah, whatever. Anyways, sorry. Human hands. It got really hot. I couldn't do it anymore. Yeah, that's who made my suit. Let me see. Temporarily, I'm gonna have my paws off because it is really, really hot, and I'm just like, I can't do it. Sorry. Let's see. Oh, by Ellie, I think I've seen you before. Hello, Iron Wolf cosplay. You're often in my commenting on my videos. You don't really say much, but you always like reply with emojis. So hi. If you could commission a free fursuit with any maker, who would it be? Oh, that's so tough. Uh, I actually have a few. Glitzy Fox Studios, if she actually did commissions. Right now she doesn't. Who else? Oh, West Customs is another one, and Sarah Cat Fursuits. Those are the top three. If I could, I would. I love their suits. They look so good. I actually have one of the the head bases, this kind of like base, not like the flat furred, but like pre-furred, in my closet from West Customs. I was planning on making a suit. I just have to get the fur for it and extra stuff, so it's just kind of sitting there. Yeah, those are the suits. Those are the suit makers I would do. Ah! I don't have great self-defense. I have things in my bag for self-defense, but me personally, I can't really attack back. Hello. Yes, I'm a cat. I don't think I've heard of that maker. Let's see, colored bark. That sounds familiar. I've never heard of those suit makers. They sound good though. uh, okay. Try not to knock the fangs off my suit. I think they're resin, but they're glued in. Aw. Glad you could stop by. Bye-bye. Thank you for stopping into the live stream. I will actually be live tomorrow playing a game, but I'm so glad you could stop by. That's pretty cheap for a partial. My partial being not a mini partial, but a full partial was $18.50 before tax, or like before shipping. And that's before my maker's prices went up too, on top of that. That sounds really cool. I've heard of multicolored bark. I don't think I've seen any of their suits, but I've heard of them because a few people have mentioned them. I know how that feels to wait on a maker to open back up. Oh, that sounds so cute. I actually have another persona. They are named Shasta. They are a canine. I don't have a specific species, but they are brown, tan, mint green, and they have like the pan colors on like certain parts of their body. And I think their paws are purple. It's been a while since I've seen a red sheep, but I do have a second persona that I eventually want to have made into a suit. That's really, really cheap. Hello. Thank you for stopping by. That's awesome that you're working on a suit. Deers are really cool. They're becoming more popular, surprisingly enough. Like, it's less cats and dogs and like different ones, and there's another one that's become really popular. Actually, in my suit maker's Telegram chat, that for one of her future suits to be made is actually a caribou slash reindeer. It looks really cool. I'm excited to see how that one turns out. That sounds interesting. It sounds cute. Oh no, that's not good. Bye bye. Glad you could stop by for a night. I will say you don't need a fursuit to be a furry. Like, I know a lot of people say that, but it is really a luxury. And they're something that are, just because they're like a one-time purchase, you do have to upkeep them, and that does cost a little bit extra, like washing them and everything, and brushing them, and if something happens, replacing those parts. So they do come with a little bit of expense. They are luxury. They are nice to have. I will say, if you're a younger fur, I would not suggest getting a fursuit. I would say like a dino mask or something, just because of the fact that as you grow, it may not fit anymore, and for you to spend all that money on a suit, like, it would be kind of sad. I would wait until you stop growing before you get a suit. Just like that way that it fits you and you don't have to worry about it not fitting you anymore. Like, say I got this suit head when I was younger, it wouldn't fit me now because I had a much smaller head back then. So I would definitely say wait until you're older for a suit. Suits are kind of a complicated thing to make. Like, I've actually made tails. Tails aren't super hard to make. Those are actually really easy. Hand paws are a different story, and heads are 50-50. Dino masks are nice. Furring those work. I mean, a lot of people say they don't count as fursuits, but once you fur them, they technically do. That's a 50-50 in the fandom, surprisingly enough. Bye-bye. Yeah, I would definitely say start with a partial if you're gonna get a suit. because it's a little bit easier to work with. Like, I actually started with a partial, and then I saw everyone else's, and I was like, oh, I really want a full suit now. And I was too impatient to wait till my maker opened up again to, like, pay her to make a suit for me, so I made my own suit. I made breakdown anyways, and have her make me a digigrade suit, because I love digigrades. Although I am fully prepared to die in that digigrade suit, because, oh my god, even a plantigrade suit is hot. Like, I am in a plantigrade suit, and like, people you should have padding. I'm like, he's supposed to be a plantigrade suit for a reason. Like, thank you. Okay. Hand pause coming off. Oops. Follow is. Oh, okay. There we go. There we go. The tongue is in my way. If you ever get a suit and you plan to go outing, I definitely recommend a fan because it will save your life. Also, hydrate. Unfortunately, I can't hydrate because I'm only alive for like an hour or so, so it's not really necessary, but definitely if you're going suiting for long hours, I suggest it. Yeah. Oh, bye-bye. Glad you could stop by. Yeah, it's really hot. I've got to eat the fan, otherwise I will die. It's the only way. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna survive this live stream, keeping my head on without using my fan, because otherwise I take my suit head halfway through and I'd be so upset, because the goal is to stay in suit the entire live stream, except for with the exception of like my paws, because my hands were getting sweaty and I can't hold a fan with my paws. It's meant to where you can, but it doesn't work that well. Yeah, when it comes to parents, it's really hard to convince them that furries are different otherwise, considering we do have a somewhat bad rep in some cases, and so it makes it really hard for people to understand that, you know, we're just cool people that we're, like, basically the way I put it is that we're no different than cosplayers, to be honest. The difference is instead of wigs and makeup, we put on fur and a mask, basically, and we add accessories just like they do and everything, so we're basically big cosplayers in a sense. And a lot of people don't like it being put that way, but if you really think about it, that's all furries are. Like, put on a big old animal costume. Like, what makes us different from a mascot, to be honest? Like, really? You know? That sort of thing. But it's definitely understandable that parents would think that we're weird. We definitely are a weird bunch. That's a given. We are definitely weird. Hmm. Oh no. That's so good. I'm sorry. Sounds like kind of strict parents in that case. I'm sorry. I wish there was something I could do, but unfortunately there's not really anything I can do. I'm sorry. Yeah, it sounds like it. I definitely think parents should be more understanding, especially for younger furs, because it kind of puts a dent on their being able to be part of the fandom. Um, because a lot of the times, as much as it is mainly adults in the fandom, the younger furs are what keeping our keeping our fandom growing and like going. And so therefore, whenever like that kind of thing happens, it's kind of hard to continue our fandom. While a lot of people say that the fandom is made for adults, it technically, in a sense, is, but our younger furs are what is keeping our fandom growing and going, basically. So it's kind of hard when parents kind of like shut down on the whole idea of furries. Definitely. Probably be a good idea to hide a mask. Oh, 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 okay. Shit's flying. Shit's flying. Okay, there we go. That's better. I should put a fan on me besides this one. Fan block. There. I didn't even know those were a thing. Scam data masks? I have a data mask around here somewhere that I was going to do something with. I haven't done anything with it. It's kind of changed it a little, and some things are taken off of it, but that's about it. You definitely can install a fan into your suit. My maker sent us a link on the fan that she got, because she's doing it to a suit she's already made but didn't have a fan in yet. And they sent it back to her to add the fan in, and she sent the link to us of what fan, or like the shop that she bought the fan from, to install it. So yeah, you could technically install your own fan if you wanted to. I'm just afraid to ruin my suit, so I just deal with the neck fan instead. It's easier on me and less worrisome. Oh. That's weird. None of us are roughly about that price normally, so that's kind of weird. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I went to a cart for Fursuit Friday, like photos, and I wanted photos because, you know, I don't really have any ones besides the ones in my apartment, and I wanted a different scenery. I had school buses that were, I was in a neighborhood, I had school buses, basically, oh lord, not again, something's in my eye. I had school buses, oh, excuse the hand in the seat, and I lashed up my eye. There were school buses that drove by, and like the kids, like the bus didn't stop per se, except for the stop sign. But kids were like holding up their cell phones and taking photos, and there was kids pointing, and then there was even cars. Like I was outside, there was even cars slowing down, rolling down their windows, taking pictures of me, and then driving by. And I had attention at a gazebo of a whole bunch of like parents and kids, and like it was just not a good experience. Like I'm like, okay, I'm never taking photos in this area ever again, ever. Especially not around school time. Like I picked a bad timing. There's a combination of like adults and like high school kids and younger kids, and like probably had never seen a furry before. those kids had, obviously, because they were like, oh, it's a furry, and I was like, oh no. Oh, no, 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 no. So yeah, that was a not a good experience. It wasn't bad per se, but it also wasn't necessarily the best experience. Like I immediately, like I was like, okay, I got these photos. I was telling my Telegram chat that I'm in. I was like, okay, I got these photos, but I'm never going back to there again. It was a bad experience. They're like, I hope you're okay. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Just not willing to go back to that park again ever. Nope, not happening. Let's pause. Let's go. I think I paid 30 for my dino mask. But I bought it off of, what did I buy it off of? I don't remember. I bought it off of something. Mine was like 30, and mine was one of the typical ones. If I knew where it was at, I would show you, but I don't remember where I put it. I think it's in the room somewhere. Like, maybe in the closet? I actually have another suit that I don't wear as often because a lot of people have 50-50 opinion on it. I actually have a lot of fox suit. I call it a glacier. She just has a tail, a head and tail. And I only wear her occasionally, and I only upload the videos of her occasionally because a lot of people have their opinion on all the fox suits. And so I don't know. I just don't want to be targeted. Like, most people know me for Spiral, this suit, so I'm just like, eh. Like, it's nice to have a second suit, but at the same time, people's opinion is kind of rough. Sad boy hours. Hello. My day's been good. Yeah, kids need to learn how to, yeah. They need to learn how to act better around us. There's nothing we can do about that, unfortunately. Like, they see us and like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, and deep down, there's a person under this suit. Like, it is obvious. Like, you can see there's a hand there. It's obvious. There's a person under the suit. But, you know, people don't think about that before they act, you know. It's unfortunately one of the bigger struggles of being in the fandom. It is very hot. I have the fan right here. That's why my paws aren't on, and that's why I have a fan in my hand. You see human hands because it is very hot. That's why I keep doing this. Like, every so often, I'm like, it's fan time. This is how I'm surviving and keeping cool right now. This is how I'm keeping cool. Also, my day has been good. Oh, bye bye. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me. I will say this stream, like, once I'm done streaming, will be up on my YouTube, so if you want to go back and watch it, you can. So yeah, anything you miss, it'll be there. Let's see. So I got my suit earlier this year, so, well, actually, no. Technically, I had a suit before this, and I made it, and it was a couple of years ago when I first got into the fandom, so 2019. I think I want to say I was about 2021 when I got my first suit, if you want to say that. Whenever I got this suit, I was 23, so a couple years later. I am now 24, if that makes a reference. Hello, thank you. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Nope, that's the wrong way. Do you ever wonder why it takes me a little bit to upload videos? As you can see, I'm struggling to put a hand paw on. So it takes me a little bit to like record videos and such. Aw. Sad to see you go. Glad you had fun. I do try to be nice. Oh, I thought I'm an inspiration for you. I definitely try to be like there for people and try to be happy. Like I want people to smile. Ah, interesting. Bye bye. Well, so I didn't make this suit. This suit was made by, well, except for the bodysuit. I made the bodysuit. I did that from YouTube videos. So my suit was made by Startling's Fursuits, but I definitely recommend watching like YouTube videos and such and different makers. Sky High Suit, yeah, I can't talk. Sky High Studios is definitely a good maker that does a lot of tutorials, and she'll like show you step by step how to make suits. Like I actually watched her video to make my bodysuit. It was an interesting experience being in a duct tape dummy. Those are fun. Um, Definitely, yeah, tutorials on YouTube. What else? Read. There's a different like written articles. I'm a visual learner, so it's easier for me to watch somebody on YouTube to do it. Oh hey, you're back. Aw, sorry to see you go. Thank you. It will be up on my YouTube channel after I'm done live streaming, so if you ever want to go back and watch it, you can. I also go live without my fursuit sometimes during the week, so it's usually later in the night if you want to catch it. That's awesome. Hello, welcome in. Oh Lord, tongue flap is there. Oh, 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 let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Maybe? No, that ain't the right way. Maybe I had it the right first time. Excuse me while I attempt to put eyelets on. There we go. I don't recommend trying to do that without putting on beforehand. Yeah, Sky Highs is definitely a good fursuiter to watch. I definitely recommend her. Or fursuit maker. Nefertiti is another good one. She does really good high quality tutorials. She doesn't always do a whole lot of tutorials, so it's kind of 50-50 on her, but she definitely does do tutorials. I was trying to be cute with this, but I can't see. Normal spiral it is. Angie, yes, definitely Angie. I tried to keep it, and then I realized I can't see with that. I can't see with the eyelids on. Like I could when I had it before, but I was like, okay, I can't see. Like, I can't read chat. Good time. Ah, there we go. I have actually two fursuits. I have this one here, Spiral, and then I have a second one whose name is Glacier. It is a lava fox suit, if you know what those are. It's one of those. I don't wear her that often, purely for the fact that a lot of people don't like lava fox because of the repetition on her suits, and often you won't have, there will be duplicates of suits. So I do technically have two. I have two. I have two suits. This one and another one. The other one's in my closet. I don't feel like digging her out. For Halloween, I ended up having to work, unfortunately. I did do a short and a YouTube video that was Halloween related, but I didn't actually get to do any fancy ones like I wanted to due to having to work and such like that and all the different things, but I worked on Halloween, unfortunately. I wanted to do some cool stuff, but, you know, work. Yeah, I'm not always lucky. Like, I was like, oh, maybe we'll get Halloween off, because, you know, well, originally, no, the day before Halloween, I was gonna go to Renfest, but then my boss said that me and my other half couldn't go, but they got that day off, and they also got Halloween off, and then nothing really, like, it wasn't even that busy on Halloween, so they could have done without us, to be honest, but it was kind of stupid. It sucks being an adult sometimes, I'll admit it. I do miss being a child sometimes. Hmm. Hello. I do apologize if you see a human hand. It is very hot, and I'm trying not to die in suit, so I have one paw on, and I also have the other paw not off, so I can stay cool while talking to you guys. I'll probably only be live for another 20-30 minutes, just because of the fact that I do have a couple of things to do, but I wanted to come out and hang out with you guys, and a big thing I want to say is thank you guys for 2K, because I couldn't do this without you, honestly. You guys' support means a lot to me. You guys appreciating my silly self, being like, you know, dancing and just being goofy and sometimes just being, you know, being myself. And I couldn't do it without you guys, honestly. Like, if it wasn't for you guys' feedback every day when I post a video, whether it be in suit or maybe it's a YouTube video or something like that, I couldn't do it without you guys, honestly. I really couldn't, honestly. I could, but like, it'd be pointless. Like, you guys are what keeps me going. I have a few other Fursuit friends, surprisingly enough. I can't really name any off the top of my head. I do have a few other friends. I mean, I kind of do, but I'm not really friends with a lot of like furs. I'm friends with a lot of non-furs that do appreciate the furry fandom. I am in a Telegram Fursuit chat that is for my Fursuit fam. I do talk to them often, and the chat is usually off the chart, kind of wild. I love it. Well, I wouldn't say it's wild, but like the responses are kind of funny. uh, I don't really do public suiting because I had a bad experience in the park, but I have technically gone public suiting if you want to count that. I mostly just go to cons now, and the closest public suiting thing I will be doing recently is I will be going to Renfest here in Texas on Sunday. But that's the closest thing you'll see to public suiting. Hopefully I'll get some pictures and some videos, and I'll share them here on YouTube if I get any. I will definitely try. Mainly that day will be about not dying. I live in Texas, actually. I live in Texas. I am a Texas fur. I think that would be fun. One of my suit siblings went to, for his first outing, he went to a bowling event with some other furs, and I was like, oh, that looks so much fun. I bet it was hot, but it looked like so much fun. Like, I couldn't imagine just going, wee, with a pause. Like, you know, it looks like fun. I've never done it, but I think it'd be fun. If I was with other furs, I would do it, but if I'm by myself, I won't do a public outing, if that makes sense. Safety in numbers, as they say. Yeah, I'm a Texas fur. I'm a local Texas fur. That's why I was able to go to Stratosphere, because that was my first fur con, and it was so much fun. A lot of people loved my suit, and I had a lot of fun. Like, a lot of people were like, who made your suit? And I was like, and this is why I carried around my Fursuit maker's visit cards. And I think I lost a paw. I did. I lost a paw. My paw went, nope. It yeeted itself to the floor. No, I'm not losing the second one. I'm losing my paws. They're yeeting themselves to the floor. See if I can grab this. That is awesome that you were also a fellow Texas fur. They're definitely a lot of fun. If you ever decide to go to one, I will say there are tons of people that go and are not in suit. Like, I literally saw this guy, or not, I should say this dad, with his two kids. Both were in dino masks. So you definitely don't need a suit to go to a fur con. They're a lot of fun. I definitely recommend them. Like the the fur rave that I went to was pretty interesting. Like, I've never been to one before, and I was like, oh, that's cool. The people were so nice. I enjoyed the Fursuit parade. Oh, I'm so excited about that part. I'm going to TFF in March. I'm gonna have a lot of fun there, hopefully. I'm excited about the Fursuit parade and like the big Fursuit picture. Those are so much fun. Although I don't know if I'm gonna be partial or if I'm gonna be full suiting to that. I may just do partial just because it is so dang hot here in Texas. I mean, there is TFF in March, Stratus Fur in June, and Alamo City Fur in October, I think. It just happened. So, yeah, October. So there is a few cons here in Texas. TFF is in Dallas, Stratus Fur is in Houston, and Alamo City Fur is in San Antonio. So there are a few conventions here that are fur related. There's also Anime Matsuri here in Houston as well. Yeah, there's a few cons. They're definitely a lot of fun if you ever decide to go to one. Anime Matsuri is not a fur con, but definitely a lot of furries attend it, so that's why I say there is that one. Okay. I can't do it. Dying. I am dying inside. Hello. I can't see your name, but I can definitely see a comment at least. What do I like to do fun? I like to draw, play games, I like to watch anime. Let's see, what else? Obviously I like to suit, listen to music, various things. I like to do a lot of things in my free time. A lot of it mainly is playing games. I do apologize for the human hands. I've been sitting here for a little over an hour in suit. It is hot. It is hot, hot, hot. It is indeed. So, how are you guys doing? How's y'all's day been? I have not played that game. I've never heard of it, honestly. I mainly play like Animal Crossing, Sims 4, what else do I play? Um, Mario Kart. I play a lot of Switch games and Sims 4. I'm kind of an oddball. I'm a Nintendo fan. Let's make a difference if I do it this way. Oh yes, yes it does. Yeah, a lot of people it was the Wii growing up. For me, I grew up on the Nintendo DS. At one point, it was the Super Nintendo when I was very, very, very young, playing like Donkey Kong or something like that. I think it was. I grew up on Nintendo DS before, after that, and then at some point it was the Wii. Um, I honestly was mainly a bookworm, if that's what you will call it. I was mainly a bookworm. I read a lot. I didn't play a lot of games until I got older. I did play Sims 2 and like Chuzzle and stuff like that as a kid, but those don't technically count as Nintendo games. So my exposure to Nintendo as a kid was like the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo DS, eventually the 3DS, and the Wii. Although the 3DS came after the Wii. So I'm a very big Nintendo fan because of that. I have never played Stray. I've seen a lot of videos on it, and I've heard it is good, but I have never actually played it myself. It kind of looks fun, but it's one like I wasn't like big for the hype. I think it's kind of cool though. Favorite season? I would have to say probably the spring because it's not too cold, not too hot. I don't appreciate the rain, but I do appreciate the more comfortable temperature. If there even is a spring, because of there are our seasons are kind of wonky here. Like it could still be hot and it would be like November. Like our seasons are kind of weird. So I'd say probably spring because it's usually not too hot, not too cold, but the rain sucks. Oh, well, no, maybe. Did I find a spot? I did. Uh, let's see. Hurricane Harvey. Um, how long ago was that? I was definitely there because I was like my town where it was at the time was like really close to like not super close but pretty close to the Gulf. Not as close as some others, unfortunately. I was definitely there for Hurricane Harvey. No power, not a lot of flooding, thankfully, a lot of rain, and I don't remember where I was at when that happened. I don't know if I was still in school or not, so definitely I do remember it though. A lot of rain. Thankfully, no destruction aside from like a few trees falling here and there. My town was kind of lucky. There was some trees in other neighborhoods that did get knocked over, so thankfully for us, we were pretty safe. Hurricane season is no joke, and I was very glad that this year that the hurricanes hit Florida this time and didn't hit us, and I was like, oh, thank God. Like, I thank God that it didn't hit us, but also very unfortunate that it hit Florida 2 times in a row. Like, they had a second, I don't know if the second hurricane has already hit, but they had a second hurricane coming towards them, and I was like, oh my God, those poor people. But better Florida than Texas. Like I feel bad if a hurricane hits somebody, but at the same time, I don't like hurricanes either because that is one of the biggest flaws of living here, is that. And so I'm just like, no, thank you. Thankfully, the only thing that really that bothers us is maybe flooding, because where I live, we live close-ish to the lake, and so thankfully where I'm at particularly, I don't have to worry about that, but like other parts of where I live at, they live closer to the lake, so they get flooded, but I'm also on the second floor, so it's not as bad, so yeah. If you guys have any last minute, or not last minute questions, if you guys got questions, go ahead and ask them. I'll probably be live for like maybe another 10-ish minutes because I've got some things to do after this. But I definitely do enjoy hanging out with you guys. I wish I could do these live streams more often, but my schedule's irregular. Yeah, definitely we don't have tornadoes. I'm thankful for that. I think like further up towards like the Panhandle, they definitely have to worry about maybe that sort of thing. But down here, our biggest issue is hurricanes and occasionally flooding. That's about it. Hello, welcome in. Just hanging out. Feel free to ask questions if you'd like. I'll answer them. Uh, so I'll answer the music one first. So, I kind of like a variety. Sort of, in a sense. I say sort of. I like, don't judge me on this one. I like K-pop. Kind of some rock. One of my favorite bands happens to be Hollywood Undead. And then I also like anime rap, sort of, but it's two very specific artists in that case that I like. One of them being Shiki TMS and Kodama Boy. Those you probably won't know. Only the weebs really know those people. So yeah, my music's kind of a weird taste, but yeah. When did I become a furry? I would say probably about late 2018, early 2019 is when I became a furry. That's about the time that I discovered what furries were. So I believe in the fandom for a few years. Hello, welcome in. Yeah, uh, hurricanes are kind of, I guess, let's say more the North America's issue. If you live along the coast, it's like the Gulf Coast, whether you live like Texas, Mississippi, all the way up to Florida. If you're along there, you are SOL. Like there's no help there. That does happen a lot. Earthquakes is more California's issue. Like they have more earthquakes. I don't think I've ever dealt with an earthquake living here, thankfully. They live on a tectonic plate, so earthquakes are more common for them than us. All my life I've never dealt with an earthquake because I've never been to Cali, so yeah, we're a little bit lucky on that one. Also, no tornado. I can't talk. Also, no tornadoes here. Ah, hello, welcome in. Feel free to ask questions. Noisy people. If you hear noise, I apologize. I tried to make it to where you couldn't hear noise other than me, but I live in a noisy neighborhood. Favorite games. Let's see. I like Sims 4 is one of my favorites. Animal Crossing, Mario Kart, a lot of the Pokemon games. Uh some of the Persona games are pretty cool, not my favorites. A PS Vita title that I liked was Conception 2. I don't suggest looking that up if you're a minor because it's kind of not made for younger people. It is an older title game. Um that's a few of my favorite games. That was almost bad. Okay. Ah, nothing was falling. I just realized I am sitting on my tail. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, That's how I feel right now. Okay. So, ah, I had put it in the thing earlier. So, um, so to answer the first question. Scarlet Wings Fursuits made the head, paws, and tail, both sets of paws, both hand paws and feet paws. You can't see the feet paws, obviously. Scarlet Wings Fursuits made head, paws, both sets of paws, and tail. I made the bodysuit. I absolutely adore my maker. She's so cute. She's like, we all love her. That's who made my suit. I do have pets. I have rats. I have guinea pigs. I have a few tarantulas, and I have a pet gecko. I love her gecko. She's so darky. I love her. Actually, kind of, sorta. So the colors of my persona actually are like he's very much based off of me. So the colors of my fursuit are actually based off of the trans flag, as like I said, I use he, him pronouns a lot of times. So, uh, my fursuit, his like pink, white, and blue is actually a lot of people say cotton candy, but he's actually based off the trans flag. So because I am female to male, so I present feminine a lot. It's kind of like hard to do that sort of thing. So, he's based off me. He's goofy. He's silly. Like he's half of me. He's like the more like kind of goofy reserve side. And then Shasta is the other half of me that's more like outgoing and everything. So yeah, there's a little bit backstory behind mine. There's a lot more. It's just really hard to go into depth about it. I haven't gotten death threats yet, but I have gotten a lot of furry hate. Like, there's a lot of comments throughout my comment section where, like, people are like, oh, cringe, and blah, 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 and stuff like that. And I'm just like, at the end of the day, yeah, it kind of hurts, but at the same time, they're kind of beating the algorithm, so, like, I'm not mad at them, per se. Like, as odd as it sounds, I do get hate. I haven't gotten death threats, thankfully. I'm glad for that. Otherwise, I'd be very hurt. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, fatherless and stuff like that, and sad truth is, they're not wrong. Like, they're not wrong, unfortunately, on that case. I won't go into reasons why they're not wrong on that one, but, they aren't wrong on that one. They make that comment a lot. They make a lot of hateful comments, and, like, I kind of ignore them, and I just let other people in my comment section that support me attack them, and it's kind of hilarious, and I also go back and see the comments, and I'm like, y'all are attacking each other in my comments. But you know what you're doing? You're feeding the algorithm, so I'll take it. It's kind of weird. Yeah. Um, it really depends on the person. Like, I can't really say for everyone. You could go with like a favorite animal or something like that. For me, I chose cat because I love cats. We have two cats at home. One of which is not mine, or both of them are not mine, so that's why I didn't claim them as my pets. But we do technically have two cats at home. Um, it depends. Like, if I was to pick another persona, I just don't have the time and energy for it. I would definitely pick a rat because I absolutely adore rats. They're really cute. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, those are disgusting, but like, they're really cute, funny chaos potatoes, as I call them. It's like they do shenanigans and they yeah, there's their stinkiness and like they attack each other because that's just part of owning a rat. But like they're so goofy, like they do goofy things, like they sleep in funny ways. So if I was to pick another persona, it would be rats. So it really depends on the person, honestly. Thank you. I'm so happy for 2K. Mine is still always 3K, so personality, I'm aiming for 10K eventually, and I know I will get there one day. Unfortunately, I'm not monetized yet. I wish, but we don't count shorts towards monetization, so I actually have to put up listed content. And it's really hard to do as a fursuiter, so that's why I do shorts. I do put out live, but that's about it. Those don't really count so as much. Uh, I apologize on the audio. I kind of woke up like 20 minutes before live stream, so I didn't really have time to like fully set up this particular scene for this event. I do apologize if it's kind of weird. It could be the fan too. Like I have a fan like sitting right here, so it could be that. Uh, hmm. Also could be that I like lean forward and lean back and I'm not a super loud person, so I try to be loud, like I'm speaking above my normal voice and I normally would. Because normally I'm a quiet speaker, but when you're in suit you have to talk louder so people can hear you. Awesome. Uh Awesome. Glad you can hear me. That is entirely up to you if you want to tell your classmates that you are furry. Uh For safety reasons, I wouldn't suggest it. Like, if they're cool with furries, like, find out how they feel about furries beforehand. You could be targeted towards bullying. Like, I know that people don't really see it as a big issue, but, like, it causes issues, honestly. So, I would see how they feel about furries before saying, like, hey, I'm a furry. Like, you know. Like, I would ask him how, like, not hint at it, but, like, ask them in a way where they don't suspect, like, hey, how do you feel about furries, this, that, and everything else. And if they're okay with it, then say, hey, I'm a furry. Like, not that exact furry, but, like, that sort of thing, you know. Oh, sad to see you go. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you. I'm so, like, I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are the reason I'm doing this. So I said it a little bit ago. I will be live for 10 more minutes. Feel free to get your questions in. Like I said, I gotta do something after this. I have a couple of like adult things to do. So yeah, go ahead, get your questions in and things like that. I'm not trying to rush anybody. I promise. I have things to do, and I can't walk around in a big cat fursuit. I'm not about to do that. No, not where I'm going. So there is mesh here, and it's like obviously you can't see in, but I can see out. There's like mesh here in the eyes. As you can see, like I'm like poking it. There's mesh there, and I can see out of it. But the problem is, I don't have the greatest eyesight because I normally wear glasses, so that's why you see me go like this to read the comments. Because I see blobs right now of like of lettering. But yeah, there's mesh. That's how I see out of my suit. That's what the eyes are for, despite the follow me. Alright, bye-bye. Thank you for stopping by. Glad you could stop in and hang out. My fish keeps flipping over. Ah! There's a fish tag here too that says kitten, but it won't stop flipping over. Ah! That's not at all what I meant to do. Okay, I see what they mean by you could press the buttons and see it. Oh, there we go. Hmm. Anyone have any other questions? Now I have that song stuck in my head. The short I posted today, the song that's used in it, I found on by another TikToker, and I have it stuck in my head now. It's basically about bullying and such, and I used to get bullied as a kid, and it was inevitable before I became a furry and all that. And now I have that song stuck in my head. Also, that video is up too. So yeah. Oh, I see notifications too. I get to check notifications after this. Woo! Guess I should have put Q&A in my title. Oh, it's hot in here. Hot, 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 hot. I'm dying. Not, oh, kind of, but not fully. Dying. Anyone else got any questions? Feel free to ask anything. Except for personal stuff, but like for the most part you can ask anything. I don't know if anyone's still in chat, honestly. Hard to tell. I didn't even think about that Kozu's live. Sorry, I was checking my phone. Well, if anyone doesn't have any questions, I'm gonna go. Oh, Lord, I almost lost my lip off. I do apologize for not keeping my full suit on the whole stream. It's really hard to do so because it's really hot, even with the fan and everything. So, I really appreciate you guys. You guys are the reason I always have, like, support and everything. Without you, I couldn't do this. I really enjoy everybody's support. Like, all the comments and everything, and, like, people, like, saying I'm an inspiration, which makes me, it gives me big feels. I couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you for 2K. I couldn't, like, my next goal, I'm gonna set it 3K. In reality, it's 10K, but oh well. I can't thank you guys enough, and I'm so glad you guys could stop by and go to my live. I will be live tomorrow, not as a fursuit, but, as a VTuber. Later, sometime tomorrow, I don't know when, like, later in the evening. I hope to see you then. Thank you guys so much for your support. Bye, guys!